What's going on, Facebook? It is Hump Day Wednesday, man. I'm popping in early. This is going to be my normal time on Wednesday, considering all the training that I do. So I'm stepping in between training. I just want to kind of polish up on a post that I actually posted earlier today. When you come in, let me know where you're watching from. I think it's cool that we can be from all over the globe, but land on the same live and talk about some real life issues. I'm just going to get into this one, man. Just really want to touch up on it. The topic, looking back, you know what I'm saying, checking the rearview mirror, then switching lanes. What I mean by that is my post that I put up earlier today was speaking on celebrating your accomplishments, although you haven't reached your end goal yet. So with that being said, I took a look back on the things that I actually have done to get to where I am. A lot of people might look at it as not being a lot. A lot of people might look at it as being tall sacrifice. A lot of you who know me and know how I used to get down, the numbers might be a little off. I might be missing a few numbers, but so I was paying attention to what happened for me to get here, man. First, like I always speak about getting rid of negativity and negative people. That's because that was one of the most major things in my life, is cutting the negativity, the negative people out of my life. So by doing that, man, I noticed that I started getting a different group of friends to come around. They had a more positive light. They were real suggestive towards brightening my future. So really happy with that. I went from 5,000 friends of people that I did not know to now 1,800 friends, and it's an ongoing process. Getting rid of that negativity is an ongoing process. Negativity is not necessarily a bad thing. It definitely shines a light on all the positive things that are going on in my life that I wasn't paying attention to. So I appreciate those negative figures for being in my life at the time when I decided to have that awakening. Not only that, I laid out all my habits on the table, and I was checking them to see what can I get rid of. I knew I needed to change my diet. I knew that I was feeling, I wasn't feeling at my best. So I knew I needed to change my diet. And a lot of people complain about how whole food nutrition, going to Whole Foods, going to these farmers markets, they're very expensive. So I figured, I want to change my diet. Let's see if I could change some of the things that I do, some of my habits that are actually taking the time away from my loved ones and from myself. Let's see if any of those things I can do away with. And I started looking at what I could do away with, and I was a smoker. $56 on cigarettes a month. That's $672 a year I was spending on cigarettes. So I'm looking at that and I'm like, wow. I didn't even like cigarettes that much. The first two puffs is all I was in it for. I like the first two puffs, and then it's like, why in the hell am I smoking? So that was one that I was like, okay, I can do without. And I quit cold turkey. It wasn't no patch. It wasn't no, and I smoked for years. So it wasn't no patch, just a commitment I made to my son. I just told him, hey, I'm going to quit smoking for you. And that day, that was it. So moving on from there, I started to tally up how much alcohol consumption, because I noticed that I hated being in the clubs if I wasn't drinking. So maybe it was the alcohol, right? So I had to look at that, how it made me feel the next day, man. It tore my body to pieces. I couldn't move. I was down for 2 to 3 days, hungover, couldn't function. I couldn't conduct business the way I needed to. And it was just, it was crazy. So I saw where it was tearing me apart as far as me being able to move forward. I had to get out of the alcohol pool. That was costing me. Now, this is where I might be missing some numbers, because, after a few drinks, you whatever. But $480. This is a medium tally. $480 a month. It's $5,760 a year. So $6,400, roughly around $6,400 a year I was spending on tearing my body apart, pretty much putting poisons in my body and being around atmospheres that didn't serve me. All the while, I guess, just waiting until things deteriorated, my health deteriorated so badly to where all I could do was sit around and talk about the things that I used to do in life. I started to notice that that's not the type of person I wanted to be. That's not how I wanted to deal with my grandchildren. I did not want to be around my grandchildren telling them about all the things that I've done, talking about all my past great moments. See, I can create greater moments. I can create great moments now if I start to take care of myself now. And a lot of people need to realize that. Start taking care of yourself now, and you won't have to worry about it in the future. It'll be less tedious on you, and you'll be able to make those moves. Not only that, with all the money that's being saved, with all the money that's being saved, man, I'm able to, yeah, of course, afford the whole food nutrition that I need. Not that it was, it was an issue, but it's cool when you can take something that's toxic to you and turn it into something that's very, very, very good for you, especially for your health. So me being able to turn that around, like, I mean, that's a great accomplishment. Not only for me, but for my fam. So that's a really huge thing. So, man, I just want to jump on real quick. Like I said, I'm in between trainings. About to get ready to do our gut health and whole food solutions webinar tonight. It is Wednesday, so I wanted to make sure I popped in on you guys and said my piece. I just took a look back. I took a look in the rearview mirror, man, before I get ready to switch lanes and kick it up a gear. I'm not exiting the highway. I'm actually moving up a gear. I'm going to take it a little faster and move a little further on down the road. I just wanted to take a look in the rearview mirror before I did that and let you guys know that it's all right to do that, man, especially if you're doing it in reference to where you're headed, if you're using it as a learning tool to see how far you've come. I must say I've come a long way. I haven't been going out. Man, I'm shocked. Now that I look at it, I see what I've done. I see where I've been. Like, I've spent a lot of days in front of this camera, a lot of nights in front of this camera, just kind of pouring and not even getting up, getting dressed, not caring about what my hair looked like. Now that's huge for me. So, that's it. I just wanted to touch up with you guys, man, on Wednesday. Stay happy, healthy, and humble. Stay blessed. Whole food nutrition is the way. Peace.